GW Hillmaniacs, it's Hillmanator, and we have just passed another subscriber goal. Yeah! Watch out, PewDiePie, I'm coming for you. Should Look Scared T-Series. In all seriousness though, thank you so much for subscribing, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed the content that I have made, and I hope that you continue to enjoy everything that I make in future. And seeing as we've just passed another subscriber goal, I think it's time for you guys to get to know me better. But I didn't want to do another boring Q&A video, and I couldn't really think of anything else to do. Then I remembered what time of year it was. It is precisely a quarter of the way through the year. So, what I'm going to do this week is take a look at my goals for the year and see how on track I am to actually meet them by the end of the year. So, let's have a look. So if I'm remembering correctly, oh here we are. My first goal was to commit myself to my own goals, and in order to do that, I made that video. So, tick, I guess. The second goal was to get physically fitter. I said I was going to do Couch to 5k and try and get, and by the end of the year try and get into an old t-shirt. Now, I have since lost that old t-shirt, no idea where it went, so the likelihood of me ever showing it to you is minuscule, but oh well, you would just have to live without seeing me in an overly tight t-shirt. In terms of Couch to 5k, I did do it for a couple of weeks, then I stopped because of essays and whatnot, then I restarted, and then I've stopped recently because of having to go and organise stuff for study abroad. So I'm going to have to restart again this term, but I'm trying to keep it up, and I'm doing alright at it, and I have been going to the gym a lot. In terms of the overall goal of getting more physically fit, I've definitely put on some muscle. Not a ton, I'll admit, but a bit, and I have lost a little bit of weight, and I know that one only because when I saw my family last week, they told me that I had, and I hadn't realised. My next goal was to create more stuff. I said I wanted to finish my first draft of my script that I've been writing and make one video a week. Now, I'm definitely on track with making one video a week. I have managed it so far. Even when I've had problems with my editing software, I've managed it just about. And in terms of my script, now here's the thing. I'm about 15 pages in, and I'm kind of stuck. It's a bit irritating. The thing I'm struggling with right now is that I can't seem to write people convincingly. I know what needs to happen in the scene. I know the plot lines that I need to go down, but the problem is that I just suck at writing human dialogue. Apparently everything I write is incredibly robotic, because all of my writing fits in with my logical thought processes. Yay! But I will get it done. I've made decent progress so far this year, so I know I'm going to finish it in time. My next goal was to set a sleep schedule, and I said I was going to get up at 7:30 AM every morning. Now, I did manage to do this for a couple of months. Then I got completely knocked off by some essays and some all-nighters, and also just some general other issues. But I'm going to start redoing it again because of term time. Term time is a massive helper on this one, to be honest. But as of right now, I am not on that schedule. I did manage to get up at 7 AM today, but then I went back to sleep at around 7:30 and only got up at 10 again, so not ideal, but I mean, could be worse. At least I'm starting to train myself for it. My next goal was to work on my spiritual relationship with God. I said I wanted to do daily Bible readings and use my mornings for prayer time. I have been praying a lot more since I set that goal video, I think. I wouldn't say I do it every morning, which is something I was trying to do, but I have been doing it more, which is beneficial. And I have been reading my Bible a lot more, but I've fallen out of the year, tracking daily Bible read thing. that's largely because of essays, to be honest. I was around, what, mid-March, and I had essays that were due, and so I missed it 1 or 2 days, and then I kind of just never caught back up. So I'm over a month behind. I will catch up. I have plans to catch up, and I've timed myself to make sure that I can, but as of right now I'm a little bit behind. My 6th goal was to achieve at least a 60%. I said I was going to do 45 minutes of daily reading. That hasn't happened at all. I mean, I've done reading, and I've even done more reading than I was supposed to for my course, but I definitely haven't been reading 45 minutes a day. I definitely could stand to. It would certainly help, especially when I came to the exams at the end of the year, but as of right now I have not been doing it, so I need to start doing that. In terms of achieving the 60% though, I had 2 essays back recently which I could have sworn I would have failed because I thought they were utter garbage. I got an A and a B+ in them, so I don't know, it seems like the worse I think something's gone, the better it actually goes, which is weird. I don't know how I managed that. My 7th goal was to get closer with my siblings, and I wanted to call each one of them at least once a week. I've definitely managed to do that with Katie and Becky. We've been calling an awful lot. Stephen, not so much. I've kind of not really called him as much. Not for any particular reason. It's just I don't know. It's a weird one. But I am definitely on track with Katie and Becky. I'm trying to get there with Stephen. I'm going to get there with Stephen. By the end of the year I will be calling him at least once a week, especially if I manage to get to study abroad. But as of right now, I'm doing alright at it. I've got 2 out of 3, so I'm going to say I'm on track with that goal. My next goal was to eat less takeaway, and I said I wanted to learn at least 1 new recipe a month. I've retaught myself how to cook rice, and that's about it. I haven't really managed to teach myself anything else new. I should have, because I've got 2 cookbooks, but I think the problem with it is that I'm relying on the cookbooks rather than trying to teach myself it. So I need to try and change the way I'm using them. In terms of eating less takeaway, in term time I managed it, definitely. Outside of term time, this past month I've probably eaten more takeaway than I did in the past 19 years of my life. I had a takeaway last night. My next goal was to immerse myself in a new culture by studying abroad. I can't actually do that one yet because I can't go abroad without, you know, I've still got to finish my uni course before I start studying abroad. But in terms of immersing myself, I have started making progress. I've started looking into things, started discussing things with one of my friends who's up here, who's from New Zealand and whatnot. So I'm trying to get those little bits of knowledge that I need in order to be ready for it. And my last goal, was to improve my Japanese, and I said I wanted to get a 150-day streak on Duolingo. Now, I am definitely not getting that streak on Duolingo right now. I was doing alright for a while, and then I think I had like 2.5 months, and then I failed. So then I restarted, and then just because I was going over to Southport, I completely forgot about it, and so I need to restart again. On the plus side though, the actual goal itself of learning more Japanese, I have improved my Japanese definitely. I can say certain conversational phrases, but mostly like introductions and stuff. I'm definitely not good. I'm nowhere near fluent, but I'm getting there. I'm starting to, you know, begin to understand certain things. So I still have no idea about the grammar or anything like that, but I'll get there one day. I mean, I'm learning 3 alphabets at once, so I'd say I'm doing alright. So, what can we conclude from this video? Well, I think we can safely conclude that I am failing at all of my secondary tasks. Yeah, whoops. But on the plus side, all of my primary goals, they're the ones that I'm succeeding at. Yeah! And those are the important ones. Those are the ones that I set the secondary tasks in order to do. I'm going to try and keep up doing my secondary tasks if I can. Let me double check though. I just want to check that I am committed myself to my goals. I've definitely done that one. Physically fit up. I am physically fitter now. Not by much, but I've lost a bit of weight and I've put on a bit of muscle. So I'm going to count that. So far I'm working on that. Create more. I've produced 1 video a week, so I'd say yes, and I've done quite a bit of my script, so that's 3 that I've got reasonable. Set a sleep schedule. I did manage to do it for a while, so I'm going to give myself that one because I know I can do it now, which is, you know, impressive for myself. Work on a spiritual relationship with God. Yep, I've been praying more, reading my Bible more, so yep. Achieve at least a 60%. Yeah, I'm doing alright at that one. Get closer with my siblings. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so I'll take that for now. Eat less takeaway. That's the one I'm failing at right now. Immerse myself in a new culture. Can't actually do that completely yet, but I've started learning, so I'll take it. And last but not least, I needed to improve my Japanese. Hajime mashite, dozu yoroshiku. I would say I'm doing alright at that. So that's 9 primary tasks that I'd say I'm doing pretty well on. It's the secondary tasks that need to work, but the primary goals I'm actually doing alright at, which is kind of surprising considering I'm failing the secondary tasks. Such is the way of my life. I don't actually need to do the things I say I need to do in order to get to the goals, apparently. Which is weird. But I'm going to try and keep on doing the secondaries and the primaries. I'm going to try and actually manage to do my goals by the end of the year. I would like to achieve something this year. I mean, I'll achieve something regardless because I'll have finished my first year at uni. But it'd be nice if I could, you know, actually manage to do that and all of this stuff as well. That's all I have to say today. I hope that you've enjoyed this quarterly recap of my goals and catch up, I guess. Okay, thanks for watching all. I shall catch you next time.